most things what have been said, especially the one which refer to the need for iterative coming back to our assumptions, and also to involving more stakeholders, broader stakeholder groups than the non-users. And we hope to be able to do that. We were then starting again from our wonderful drawing here. We felt we are a little bit clearer what we mean with open educational practices. And we were then coming to a next stage drawing, which is talking about whereas the other drawing was answering the question, what are open educational practices in our view? This is actually talking or answering the question, how can we scale these open educational practices? So when you are thinking that open educational practices as an organization give you the freedom to each individual to undertake open practices, then this might change into an operation which is involving more and more organizations and more colleagues and more learners when you share this openly with the environment. So that in a way you can say the openness in open educational practices, which is aiming at involving more contacts, more interactions, bringing in more people, more resources, more thoughts, is leading to a situation that you have open educational practices in place, which is not just restricted to your own classroom or your own institution, but is really creating a network of thoughts. So, and we felt that this is a good extension to the conceptualization we have made before. We say open educational practices means using open resources in a way with open or free learning activities. And now you can think about not only doing that in your own institution, but you can also think about opening this up, bringing in other institutions, other contents, other resources, and then you come to this diagram, which is telling you how to scale this operation, so to speak. So once you have started, you have understood what is open educational practices, then you implement it into your own practice, you improve, you bring in more and more people, you go more and more outside and open, and you come to this diagram. So this was in a way the evolution. And our idea was now that from here we can take both these pictures to make people in the first step understand what are, in our view, actually open educational practices. And these people, these organizations, maybe policies also, policymakers, they can take these pictures and they can place themselves. They can, for example, place themselves in the first step. They can say, well, actually, we are using lots of open resources already, and we're using lots of open pedagogies already. So in this one, we have understood what it is, actually. We're doing that already. But on the second picture, they will see maybe that while the individual people in the organization have the freedom to undertake open practices already, quite a lot maybe, they are here, maybe they don't really share that with other organizations or with a network, so they are rather here. So what they would find is they have to undertake more sharing activities, more collaboration activities, to move a little more in this direction. So that could be used as two pictures, two models in which organizations, or also teachers, also learners, can place themselves and see where are we actually in our practices further. In the second step, we were then thinking, everything was falling into place, so to speak. We were thinking then, the second step, if an organization has identified where they are, they should discuss, that's very much in line with what Tim was just reporting, they should discuss where do we want to go, what is our vision, what is our goal. So to answer the strategy question, they should be able to come up with the answer to the question, why do we do that? What is our purpose? What is our intent? Where do we want to go? What is open educational practices for us as an organization, or for me as a learner or for me as a teacher. Why do I want to improve this now? What is my aim? And once they have done that, they would come to the third stage of the Opal set of stages. The third stage. And this stage is actually then the stage where we would start to try to give them at their hand these best practices or dimensions, tools. And yesterday we were mapping out these barriers here. This here. So, and today we were coming back and we were saying, so if an organization says, oh, we are already quite good with open practices, but we didn't do a lot of sharing yet, but we didn't bring in other organizations, we want to improve on that, we want to move from here maybe to here, then they could now in the third stage look at our set of barriers, which we can also turn into opportunities if we formulate them positively, and they can see, okay, where might there be improvement potential for us? And for example, in the area of skills. Are we having the right skills as an organization? Or do I have as a teacher the right skills to do that? Or as an organization, do we have actually an open strategy which is including this element that we would like to share with external? Or not? Or whatever. Attitudes and mindsets. So maybe we are good within our own confined borders, but we don't really have this attitude to share with others externally. It brings in much more need for understanding, sharing, openness, being also confronted to other ideas. So that would be the third stage. So for us as a group, we are saying that that could be a possible approach to productively deal with that what we have already developed, which is this set of dimensions, although in a changed way. For example, we were thinking that we have to remove these barriers and success factors because they are not at the same level and so on. So that in a modified way, more maybe in a way like the poster is suggesting over there, but to have two steps before people or organizations actually start to deal with this. The first, self-positioning exercise, and the